So here we have Max. This is his first lesson, or my first lesson with Max, and we're here at the ACT Animal Rescue, and this is their round pen, which isn't actually round, it's a large oval pen, really nice actually. And I'm just wanting to pop him in and do some inside turns with him. I already know that he's very fearful and doesn't want to be caught, so I don't want to chase him. It's really important that I don't outside turn him because he's going to feel chased if he's turned outside. So you can see I'm just getting him to turn and face me. The reason I'm doing this free work with him first is I want him to understand that he can move. He can move away from me. He can trot off if he wants to. And I also want to see just what his natural emotional level is. Like, how afraid is he, and where are we starting, because that's what I've got to address. So a few inside turns just to get him the idea that, you know, it keeps him focused on me as well, because if he keeps turning to look at me, he's looking at my body language all the time. So when I step across in front of him, he looks at me, says, what does she want me to do now? And I'm actually then asking him to turn. Now you can see I just started patting my hip. So I'm going to step across and ask him to face me while I still pat my hip. And that's actually my signal to come to me. And so he doesn't know that yet, but he's working it out. He's thinking, okay, she's doing something different. She's not moving me. She's not pushing me off again. I wonder what it is. And he worked out it's come to me. So now what I want him to do is to stay focused on me and just to turn and face me. So I'm going to give him a pat every time he does that. And I just want him to follow me. And that's great. It's really important here that I keep moving his feet forwards. Every time he turns to face me, he actually walks forward, not backwards. So I need to walk backwards away from him and get him to turn and face. So I start the sort of sacking out process and just getting him used to me touching him, first of all, just with my hands. And you can see his head's quite high. When he was trotting around, his head was high, his tail was high, his legs were high, all things that indicate he's really quite emotional and quite nervous. You can see his head actually goes even higher when I get back towards his hindquarters. And so this is all really important work for him. You know, he has to work out that I'm not going to hurt him. And I'm going to do different things to him. I'm going to put him under some pressure, but that pressure will be released when he finds what the right answer is. And that was really good. You saw his head go up as soon as I put the lariat on him. And right there, his head goes up. But he's dealing with it quite well. And he's not moving his feet, which is what I want him to do. I want him just to stand still. So I take it off and praise him for doing that, and then move his feet again. This horse apparently has a bit of a tendency to freeze, so it's really important that you keep moving his feet. And I don't want him just to move his feet on his own. I'm asking him to stand still for this. If he doesn't stand still, I've probably gone too far too fast. I need to back it up a bit. And then I want him to move his feet when I ask him to, and that's really quite important. So that was it. That was our 5 minutes, our first, well, not quite 5 minutes. And he did brilliantly. He's just beautiful.